What is up, guys? It's Troy D. Welcome back to the channel. Man, we're back with another one, guys. I've been checking all the requests, by the way. I read all the comments, and I do get a lot of the requests now with, whether it's clones or Happy Land or niche. Trust me, guys. I'm trying to get to them as soon as possible. And there's a release date for each of those. Don't worry, guys. Okay. So, anyways, welcome back to the channel. I've got a niche review today that is somewhat of a mystery to some people. It's got a really catchy name and is of course on the expensive side. And this is called Roja Midsummer Dream. Okay, this is Roja Midsummer Dream. Okay, here it is. It's a midsummer dream, rather. All right. So, Roja Midsummer Dream. A lot of people have been wondering about this in the niche community. It's actually sold out in certain places. If you go to Saks Fifth Avenue, it's already sold out. And if you see the full bottle design of this one, it's absolutely stunning. And people want to know, what's it like? What's it gonna be like for the summer? Is it a great thing for the summer? And I have been wearing this for the past week or so, just testing it out and seeing what my feel is towards it. And I'm gonna tell you guys on this video what it's about. Okay, so Midsummer Dream, first and foremost, is a very dry and powdery fragrance. Okay, now for me, I've reviewed a lot of dry powdery ones. My favorite being Xerjoff Picovaya Dama as one of the most powdery ones. You have that on the playlist, the niche playlist, guys. And then Coromandel as well. I love Coromandel. And I also mentioned Gucci Pour Homme, the vintage one, as one of the powdery ones. The way I describe the powdery ones for me is that they are very they smell rich. If you spray it on you, a lot of these powdery perfumes, dry powdery perfumes, just feel rich. Okay, and it's totally different compared to, say, aquatic or juicy fragrances. Even the boozy ones, powdery is very, it's like you're up in the air in the clouds. So I guess that's why it gives you that rich feeling. Now, Midsummer Dream here, for me, like, it has a lot of similarities in the vibes as with Coromandel, okay, because of that powdery thing. But at the same time, like, they also do share certain notes that you'll see if you try to compare Coromandel to Midsummer Dream, because what happens here, Midsummer Dream, the base of Midsummer Dream is actually more like a vanilla benzoin type of scent. Of course, with a little bit of that musk, a little bit of that vetiver, which is not earthy at all, some woods. So that's the base. That's the base of Midsummer Dream. It's sweet. But the thing that makes this different than, say, like a Coromandel is that this one has like a very green, piney, spicy opening, which is definitely done by the cardamom, the elemi resins, a little bit of that bergamot, the patchouli I can see, but not so much. And then there's oak moss, of course. Oak moss definitely contributes for that kind of like that very green, dry, piney opening. And it also has orange blossom, which I can really detect here. And orange blossom is really nice. It's a really great addition for any type of like spring fragrance. So just imagine if you were gonna fuse it together. You have this dry, powdery, green, orange blossom type mixed with a vanilla, woodsy, vetiver type base. I know it's a lot, and it's really a lot to process, and I really hate breaking down Roja notes because it's just the overall effect, right? And to me, the overall effect is that it is not mind-blowing. Okay, it won't be as mind-blowing, especially with the current fragrance community right now, where they kind of expect everything to be mind-blowing or everything to be like, whoa, I've never smelled this before. Okay, just remember that a lot of these perfumes are using pretty much the same ingredients blended up in different ways. But I will say this, that this is not as mind-blowing. Okay, it is not. A lot of you guys who will smell this, and if you paid for the 295 euro big bottle, you might just have to positively enforce yourself because you paid that much, right? But in terms of the mind-blowing factor, or like the shock factor, it's not really that new. But this is the reason to get the big bottle. The reason to get the big bottle is if you don't have a powdery, rich smelling scent that's perfect for spring and summer. That would be the only reason for me to buy that. I do have Xerjoff Richwood, as you can tell here, one of my favorites, which is kind of like Coromandel's twin, because my Coromandel ran out. And I use this a lot for spring, summer, kind of like rich moments. And Pico Valladama as well, okay? Pico Valladama, same thing. Now, if I didn't have any of those powdery, rich scents, man, yeah, this Midsummer Dream would definitely fit the bill for me, okay? It would not fit the bill for me if I paid a lot of money thinking I would get this like shock factor. If I open it and I'm like, jumps out of the box almost, and I'm just like, wow, this is so crazy amazing. I'm not gonna get that. But again, for those looking for like a core collection, spring, summer, rich smelling, powdery, green, dry scent that I was talking about, guys, I think Midsummer Dream is gonna be great. Another thing that's so great about this one here is the longevity. As you know, these are not the synthetic types, so in terms of projection, they don't like hit so hard outward. But I would say with this one, with the proper application, and I made sure to try that out, it's really nice. I mean, just like I thought Pico Valladama is pretty damn long and strong. So this one is I would say it's not like a beamer. It doesn't beam outwards, but it's just like, because it's so powdery, it's almost like an aura. It's like an aura type scent, or like almost like an aura around you that lasts for probably 6 to 7 hours. It really lasts very long, and it's like I said, it smells very, very expensive. Okay, what else? I think that it's interesting, really, because if you ask me about Rojas, I always will recommend the Parfum colognes, and that's how I know that it's like the Parfum colognes was such a good move by Roja, because it was like, the mainstream crowd would get to enjoy his products. And so if you ask me about Enigma, Elysium, or Danger, I would always say like, yeah, of course, man, like I love that stuff, right? I think that as you go up the ladder in Roja, and it gets more expensive as it goes, I really firmly believe, because I own a lot of the higher up ones, in terms of cost, I feel like the consumer base in these products gets smaller and smaller. It's like either you gotta be richer or older or more mature or classier, whatever. And you see, that's why a lot of these scents that are kind of more than the Parfum colognes rarely get talked about, and so I'm definitely like trying to bring this up to light. And so just an example with this, like I said, powdery rich perfumes, right? It's like that's sort of like on the range of like the Pico Valladamas and the Richwoods, which is really not on the same level as like the Naxos. But not saying Naxos is bad, I'm just saying Naxos is just more popular. You get what I'm saying, guys? So it's your choice, if you want to add that to your collection. I think this could be a great core perfume for spring, summer, expensive type perfume, which is usable anytime, anywhere. I would say this one is usable anytime, anywhere. It doesn't have the fresh quotient, but it has that green spice quotient, and a little bit sweet, which, yeah, makes sense. Midsummer Dream. I definitely want to try out Oceana soon, which is, I think that's the aquatic thing that Xerjoff has. So if you guys have that, let me know. But other than that, this is perfect for me. Just having a vial here, which is, I believe, 40 euros, or it can be free in the Roja site if you buy one of their Parfum colognes. So I highly suggest getting a Parfum cologne full bottle and then just get one of these free. It'll work out. But for me, because I have a mix of these like rich smelling powdery perfumes, like this is fine for me. Like just like an atomizer that I can use every now and then. Um, it's nice. It's nice. I wouldn't buy a full bottle if I had other powdery things. But if you haven't, like I said, full bottle's fine. Okay? So that's it. That's all I got for you guys on Midsummer Dream from Roja. Let me know what you think if you own this, guys. Definitely one of the more long-lasting Roja parfums I've owned. And again, thank you guys for being in this channel. Please subscribe. Don't forget. And make sure to watch all our videos. I'm going to post some of the Rojas up on these future links so you guys can see the other ones that really are talked about. Okay? So until then, guys, Troy D, peace out.